Damn, bro.
Good lord.
That's crazy. That's kind of too much.
Madness.
I think I have had my last burger.
I'm here in Glasgow for COP26, the Crunch Talks on Climate Change, and there are two big goals and they're both really hard. One is keeping temperatures from rising above 2 degrees, and two, it's hitting net zero emissions by 2050. But do people know where those greenhouse gases come from? So let's emit some knowledge with our quiz, Top of the Cops. So out of these three, what emits the most greenhouse gas? Flying, food waste, or cement?
I want to say it's flying, but I feel that's a trick.
Always cement.
Always cement?
Always cement.
I would say flying.
No, I would say cement.
Oh, trouble in paradise.
Flying, obviously, is bad.
So food waste is actually the biggest emitter of the three, 6% of global greenhouse gas emissions. And then cement is number two, that's 3%. And then third is actually flying, that's only 2%. So food waste is 3 times higher than all those flights, all those millions of miles.
Wow.
Is that shocking?
That is actually
You look
shocking.
shocked.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that much.
That's a lot, yeah.
I did not know that.
You can't change now. You can't just change. You can't change it and make it right. You got 1 out of 3. Okay, so we now know food waste, 6% of global greenhouse gas emissions. So let's play higher or lower. If it was a country, where would it rank? Higher or lower than the Maldives when it comes to greenhouse gas emissions?
So that's probably like a trick question, yeah?
Oh, higher.
Higher.
Higher, I reckon.
Higher?
Where is the Maldives?
I bet food waste is still higher.
Boom. Correct. Higher or lower than France?
Higher.
No, I'd say lower.
I'm going to say still higher.
I'm going to say lower, but I think it's fairly on par, is it?
Still higher.
Higher.
It is indeed higher. What about India? 1.4 billion people.
Ooh.
Lower?
Yeah.
I bet that food waste is still higher.
Lower.
No, India for real, for sure.
Higher.
Lower?
That's a lot of people, 1.4 billion.
I don't care, it's lower.
It is lower, but only just. If it was a country, it would be the 4th highest, just below India. So that's all the food that gets wasted in terms of the supply chain going up to the shelves as well as stuff you throw away.
Whoa.
Damn, bro. Madness?
Madness.
Yeah.
It is absolute madness.
Yeah.
Wow,
Still-
that's incredible.
Still 4th.
That's kind of too much.
Good lord. I didn't think it'd be that high.
That's crazy.
So if we look at the total global emissions, food waste we now know is 6%. But that's only a little bit of the pie in terms of the gas emissions from growing food, how we treat our land, how we treat our forests. Cement, which we know is 3%, that takes us up to about a quarter of all emissions. And then flying is part of this huge chunk of energy. So that's homes, businesses, flying, cars, boats, whatever. So we have to get rid of all of that, right, to get to net zero by 2050. Do you think we're going to do it?
By 2050? I do not, which is very depressing.
I mean, it's moving forwards, but quick enough, who knows? We'll see.
Do you think there's too much focus on individual actions when actually there's a much bigger thing that needs to be done?
Big corporations and big companies produce way more emissions than just the individual person. So I think it's important that people individually do what they can, but I think we need to target, the big corporations.
I don't think there's enough radical change happening with the energy industries.
Do you have faith in the leaders in the countries of the world to come together and to get to that goal?
I don't think you can leave it to the legislators. They just want to get voted in the next time.
This is like still giving our politicians time to just keep talking and talking and talking and not doing and following through. And so I think we have to remember the global south folks who are living on where they're more affected than any of us in the northern first world countries.